Boy, do I love Tuesdays, because it usually involves a nice cold beer, heavily drinking, playing video games, and of course, spending the night with my girlfriend.
Hi.
But this week, all I'm going to talk about is the PlayStation Vita, because Sony just released not one, not two, but 12 trailers for supposed launch titles for the Vita, which I am now about to go through one by one and give you a brief rundown of what's going to happen. And since I'm not going to steal anybody else's videos, of course, I will put the link to where I found the news story and the videos to obviously give them credit at the end of the video. Actually, not even at the end of the video. I don't know what I just said. I'm going to put it in the description. There will be a link, so check that out after the video for the actual source of where I get all this information from. First on the list was last on the list list of trailers is, of course, my favorite, Wipeout 2048. Can't say how excited. Can't say enough how excited I am for this game. I'm a longtime Wipeout fan through the ages. I'm nasty at Wipeout. Yeah, I said it. I'm conceited like that. The new one, Wipeout 2048, is actually, it takes place in 2048, which is the first season of the when Wipeout began in the Wipeout lore. This is supposed to take place during the first season of the Wipeout leagues, which means when you see the new tracks, you're going to see a lot of more organic portions of the tracks. You're going to be on dirt. There's going to be trees. You're going to be going through city streets, things like that, because it's supposed to have taken place before it was a full-on, sport per se. What I did notice in the trailer is there's a lot of cool multiplayer features, and there's also a challenge mode, kind of like what Need for Speed did with Hot Pursuit. Going a bit more into details, I noticed that the speed pads and the weapon pads on the actual tracks have gone back to the way they used to look in the original titles, like XL and Wipeout 1, which I think that look is much cooler. The ships do look a little bit more old school rather than really refined and newer. There's some of the ships that actually have air brakes in the front. It's pretty cool. Also, Zone mode is confirmed. There's another trailer out there that shows a very small portion of zone mode, but it will exist in the new game, which is fucking awesome. That's going to bring a lot of replay value into the game. So check that trailer out. It's Wipeout 2048. It's going to be one of the launch titles. Next on the list. Huh?
What?
Okay. Next on the list is a game called Unit 13. When I first watched the trailer for this one, it actually looked like, it looked like SOCOM, kind of, like the new SOCOM, but the gameplay reminded me of Army of Two, which, in my opinion, I personally liked it. I thought it was a cool game. A lot of people hated on it. It was an underdog. It was kind of like, out at a time when all the other first-person shooters were coming out, and, Army of Two was just Army of Two. It was like, bleh, It's got multiplayer. The co-op. See what you did. The co-op is actually the co-op. The co-op is it's 2-player, so it's like, it reminded me of Army of Two, whereas you could play with one other person. Cooperatively. I don't know if there's a versus mode. You could customize your guns, pick certain classes, and it basically seems like, other than that, it seems like your run-of-the-mill third-person shooter, but just for whatever reason, it reminded me of Army of Two, which is almost reason enough for me to check it out at least, if there's a demo when the Vita comes out, to play it. So if you're into third-person shooters, that might be right up your alley, so check that one out. Uncharted Golden Abyss. Number 3 on the list. That doesn't really need a description. I never got into the Uncharted games, but I know it's a big game and it's pretty cool. I just never played it. I've got my buddy Monkey King. He plays it like crazy. He loves the series. If he gets a Vita, that'll probably be the first game he gets. I'm not sure of the storyline with Uncharted, because again, I'm not gonna bullshit you and say, yeah, I played through it when I really didn't. But I'm assuming it's just another one of Nathan Drake's exploits in, throughout his treasure hunting and exploring. The graphics look phenomenal. It almost looks like you're playing it on a PS3. I do know the combat system, like the melee attacks and everything like that were in the previous Uncharted games. It shows in the trailer that you could actually tap the screen at certain points to do different moves and things because of the touchscreen in the front, which is kind of a neat feature. Again, like Uncharted Golden Abyss, it doesn't really need a description. I'm sure it's going to sell like crazy. A lot of people really dig on the Uncharted series. So check that one out. Oh, another fucking awesome launch title that I'm totally buying on day one. Super Stardust Delta. This was the first game to come out on the PlayStation, actually to come out, PlayStation Network or disc-based, that had trophies built into the game. Stardust was the first game I ever got all the trophies for, and the first game I got any trophies for. It was such a badass game. I still play it. It's been out since, shortly after I got the PS3, and I've never stopped playing it. The only thing I wish it had, obviously in Stardust HD, was multiplayer, not locally, but through network. That would have been awesome. But other than that, I can't complain. The game was solid. The difficulty progression for that type of game, it was spot on. I loved how you could just keep continuously playing through it. After you beat it, and it would get harder and harder. Endless mode was a blast. It just got so like epic, like 10 minutes into your endless mode, and you barely have any spot to move, and there's bullets everywhere and stuff. It was so wild, and it's really trippy and fun to watch too. If you got people over and you guys are all playing, whatever. So Stardust Delta, that's definitely going to be a purchase for me. Only because Stardust HD was such a dope game, and I can only imagine that game taking another step up and being even better this time around. So that's one for me, at least, day one.
Why? Because I got spinach on it?
Yeah, because you got spinach on it. Next game is Reality Fighters. This looks pretty cool. It looks like a decent fighting game. Highly customizable. Basically, it's going to take an image of your face, throw it on a character's body, and then you can customize the hair, the parts, the fighting style, everything like that. But what's really neat about it is, if you notice in the trailer, it looks like they're fighting. Your characters are all fighting in a real life location. And basically, what the game does is it takes the PlayStation Vita's back cam and takes footage from wherever you're facing the game, and that's actually where your characters are going to be fighting at. So you could actually make it look like they're a lot bigger than they are or a lot smaller than they are. Like you could have them be fighting on your table, like in your kitchen, or out on a rooftop or wherever you can play the game. It's going to let you just hold the Vita right where that is. I'm not sure if you can move it around, if it's a real-time camera, if you're going to be able to move and have it be able to move the game while you're actually fighting. I don't know if it has to be stationary. I don't know if it's a screenshot. But it looks neat. If they can get the actual fighting of the game down and actually have some meat to the actual system itself rather than just rely on all the customization to make the game what it is, it could be actually a really cool fighting experience. So, Reality Fighters. ModNation Racers. Everyone knows about ModNation Racers. Again, it's one of those games that if you had a PlayStation, you most likely played at one point or saw it or checked it out. It's like a cross between Mario Kart and LittleBigPlanet. That's my take on it. The weapons were all pretty cool. The tracks were neat, and the fact that you were able to customize your character and your car and make your own tracks, that's where the LittleBigPlanet aspect comes into play. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just think it's like Mario Kart because it's a kart game. Like they look like karts, and your character's like sitting up on it. It's just like a regular. What do you want? You don't want any. You're not getting this beer. Get out of here. Go. Go. You're interrupting the show. The show, Coco. Go. So yeah, I mean, I'm a pretty big racing game fan. Not the realistic racers. I like futuristic racers and over-the-top racers. I liked ModNation Racers, so I might end up getting this one at some point. Probably not a day one buy for me, but I'm already spending like a ton of money on day one on the Vita and the games. So this one I probably will wait for, but I love being able to make my own tracks. I love making my own tracks in games, and I like the over-the-topness of the non-realistic races that have been coming out. So the ModNation Racers for PlayStation Vita looks like it could be pretty cool. Beer's almost gone, and so is my sanity after watching the last trailer that I just did. Little Deviants. I'm actually going to have this game because I'm going to get the week early bundle, which comes with that game. And it looks like it looks like a Raving Rabbids knockoff, which in turn is a knockoff of Mario Party. It just looks like a bunch of a bunch of little mini games. Nothing innovative about it other than the features that are on the PlayStation Vita itself with the back touch and everything like that. I feel like this game is more of like a developer's tool to show off what you can do with the Vita, with the pinching and the twisting and the kind of shit. All the little stuff that a lot of people will be like, oh my god, look what I can do with this. But yeah, it's just a bunch of mini games. Nothing from the trailer. It doesn't look like you're supposed to like. It doesn't look like anything. It's just like a bunch of wild shit going on. So I'll end up having it, not by choice, but because I want the Vita a week early. And I'm willing to spend $100 extra for that. I know, crazy, right? But yeah, Little Deviants. If you like Raving Rabbids or Mario Party, you'll probably dig this game. And if you're reserving the week early bundle, then you're gonna get it anyway. So deal with it. LittleBigPlanet. Woo! I love LittleBigPlanet. I loved playing, and I loved creating, and I loved sharing. And now they're doing it again for the Vita. Again. Like I said, I liked LittleBigPlanet. It was fun. But coming from a creator's perspective, it got really lame after working so hard on so many different levels and having to promote the shit out of them before they get buried under a bunch of other garbage that people made that is not even worth two fucking shits. Just talking about it gets me frustrated. But yeah, LittleBigPlanet at its core is a fucking awesome game. It's really fun. It's cutesy. I enjoy it. Your kids will love it. Your grandma will love it. She'll go crazy for it. Same premise as it's always been. They're going to utilize a lot of the Vita's features. The 6-axis, the touch screens, the camera. All that stuff's going to be used. There's still going to be a network to share all your creations with and upload and play. Character customization. It's essentially a LittleBigPlanet handheld, with more features than the PSP LittleBigPlanet had. So if you liked LittleBigPlanet, and then you got LittleBigPlanet 2 and you love that, and then you got LittleBigPlanet PSP and you like that, just fucking get Vita and finish your collection. It's gonna be essentially the same thing anyway, so you'll like it. Oh, for all you pool sharks out there, if you like pool and you like games like that, you should check out Hustle Kings, because it's coming out for the Vita on day 1. It's a pool game. You play pool. You could challenge your friends. A couple different games, obviously, that you could play just like in real life. It's neat. It's pool. If you like pool, if you like pool games, it's pretty neat. I don't see this blowing anything out of the water on day 1. Like, it's going up against other launch titles that people are shitting themselves over. So I think this one's going to end up getting buried. But for a niche crowd, they'll get it, and I think they'll like it. So, Hot Shots Golf. Golfing with Hot Shots. It's a neat little cartoony kind of golfing game. It's been around for a long time. I think the last time I played Hot Shots Golf was actually for PS2 with my brother. So I can't speak on the latest releases. I know you're probably like, oh my god, he doesn't play anything. How is he doing? Reviews. Well, not fucking reviews. They're previews. So settle down. But anyways, it's actually a neat little golfing game. Like, golfing games are pretty cool, especially when they add a bunch of like cool like skill shots and crazy wild courses to play on and everything. Obviously this one's going to have an online feature. You can play against other people, the local multiplayers there, challenges, things like that. So if you're a Hot Shots fan, you'll probably love this game. If you're a fan of any of these games that are coming out, any of these genres, you're going to get these for Vita if you get the Vita. So I don't even know why I'm saying that. But it's Hot Shots Golf at its core. Nothing's really changed in this release from what I see in the trailer, other than utilizing the features that the Vita is bringing to the table that hasn't been done with Sony before. So it's going to be pretty neat. I might actually pick this one up, maybe get back into it if it catches my eye. Definitely not on release day, though. Oh, so I'm going to have to do this next one with a boner. Domino's fucking Parmesan bread. Woo! You know about that. Get some. And on top of garlic Parmesan bread from Domino's, the next game looks fucking sick. It's called Gravity Rush. And if you love anime, and you love Gravity, this is fucking jam right here. It looks like some crazy ass fucking... Oh my god, you don't know a piece of that. No, none for you. It looks like...
She's drooling.
I think the dog is drooling right now. It's just so good. Got here. But I digress. Gravity Rush. It's... You could run up the sides of buildings, you could fly, you could do all this cool shit. And it looks like a third-person brawler. Cutscenes look like they're put into comic book style. It looks like it's cel-shaded. The atmosphere looks really cool. The cityscapes look a little bit vintage. It looks really, really neat. When I saw the trailer, like, this is one of the only trailers on the list next to a couple other ones that when I watched it, I was like, I gotta pick that game up. Because I do love anime. And I love, like, third-person brawler type games. So, Gravity Rush. I'm all about that. Final video. Final trailer. This pizza's so fucking good. Final trailer. Escape plan. Follows two creatures or characters, people, whatever they are, named Little and Large. One of them's really fat, and one of them's really little. And I think it looks like basically what you're going to be doing the whole time is navigating with 6-axis and touching the screen and moving things, and you're basically escaping from whatever it is you're escaping from, using both characters and manipulating the screen and moving things on screen to, you know, progress through each little sectional level. The style of the game looks really neat. I like how they did it in black and white. It looks neat. Kind of reminds me a little bit of how Limbo looks, with a lot less shadows and everything. So it actually looks like pretty unique and interesting. This is another game where if you want to try out, you know, the features for the Vita and try something new out, like a new type of style, this might be a go-getter for you on day one. I might pick this one up as well. So check it out. Alright guys, thanks for bearing with me for these 12 previews of these 12 new 12 launch titles for the Vita. I hope you enjoyed the informative video. Like I said, I'm going to put a link down below to the actual source so you can check out all these trailers for yourself. Don't forget to comment, throw me your opinions. I like talking to all you guys when you watch my videos. It's part of what I want to do with the channel is actually get a lot of interaction between everybody and me and you guys and things like that. If you ever have any requests, let me know. So we could discuss the video below or on my page, however you want to do it. And don't forget to like and subscribe me if you like these Domino's Parmesan bread things.
They're delicious.
Yep. And of course, if you like the content, which is more important than the Parmesan bread pieces from Domino's, but those are pretty important too. So, again, thanks a lot, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Frosty out. Peace. Just take a good look at that. I just want you to look at that for a second. Just look. Look at the cheese. The bread, squishy. It squishes. It's tender. Delicious. Tell me you don't like that. I dare you, tell me you don't like that. Tell me you don't like this. Fucking banging.